your water boiling.
Are you gonna want some of that warm water in your water bucket?
Possibly.
Was that the water just looking?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, you're gonna get it.
Yep.
Okay.
And I have my tail on my face. You want to be out here, Cat, but it's colder than is comfortable for you.
And you go there.
Meow.
You go there. You go there. And you bloodthirsty tail go there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they're all not in the drawer right now.
Gee, I wonder whose fault that is.
Couldn't be mine. That's a wet sponge. You can go there. You go there. There's my cutting tool I couldn't find.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Phone.
Oh, it's behind you, Sarah. Okay. Turning.
Turning,
No
turning,
quick
turning.
movements for me. Okay. A McDonald's store. Hello.
Get all this set up here.
Probably want a tail in the face.
Do, 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 do.
Can you tell that the floor is cold by where the cat is? There are other times of year where 63 degrees does not feel this cold.
Yeah.
But
well,
about a week and a half ago, it was in the high 90s, so it's dropped by 30 degrees.
yeah.
For a couple of days where overnight it wasn't getting down this low.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to get you clay. And we're doing...
Ivan is watching.
Good morning. Hello. Do you have to sit on my neck?
So,
Well, I suppose it's a really warm part of the human. I will be right there to get you a chunk of clay.
yeah. Oh, this clay down here. I don't need you right now. Down. It's gonna be bad enough because there's gonna be water's gonna be cold.
Well, there's a little bit of warm water left over from the pouring the tea.
Yeah.
I can pour that into your water bucket.
Yeah, because it could use a little water anyways.
And I actually need to refill the pitcher. So I will get you a piece of clay, and then I will get the warm. Are you gonna step down? Oh, thank goodness. Ah.
Here, she's on a plastic shelf.
Well, I'm sure that's warmer than the floor. There's a little time that she's going to be up there before she decides to climb back on the human. No doubt.
No, she's just gonna be
Okay. So we need a couple more 5 to 6 inch bowls. So there's 2 pieces.
Good morning, Michelle.
No. Okay. Just tried to hang the wire tool on a non-existent S-hook.
Helps if I turn the wheel on.
Yeah, doesn't still always come back. Being an electric wheel and all.
Purely an electric wheel.
Yeah, so this is hot water going into the bucket there.
Yeah.
Which
Feels really nice, by the way.
oh good. Which as winter progresses will become more and more important.
Which is why there is a
It's good morning. Hey Desi. Yes, Desi's being
well, the floor is cold right
floor is
now.
cold. She's
I
not
have the
particular-
first of the winter storms come through.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Only problem, Cat, I hadn't gotten the binder yet. Oh, I know. I know. You want to be out here in the studio with the humans, but the weather is cold.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with some sort of space heater for out here.
Yeah, be it electric or a little propane guy.
Yeah.
We're open to suggestions. Okay, Nick, you're gonna climb on what I'm trying to read, aren't you? Give me
Because
the
she's a
forms.
cat.
Give me the forms back. Yeah? Is the binder
Cannot
cold
play
too?
video. Well, I can't do anything about that right now. So
Me to reach over there and hit okay?
Yeah.
I know, I'm gonna stir her again. There we go. Desi, I need to go this way. I have no idea what the interruption thing is about. It's only been like the last week or so.
Yeah.
Why don't you sit over there, Desi?
Yeah.
Allow me to do stuff. Okay.
And what are these gonna have on them?
One open stuff, the other one, we have to have one for Florentine beer.
Oh, yes.
What place you go here? Good.
Wow. And it's just spinning.
What? Now, I have no idea. It's still operating over here.
Okay, just could be my phone.
I have no idea what's up with it. Because at the moment it's like, oh, a little packet of messages went pop across your screen there.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Just don't know. Okay, so I need a writing implement. There. Pencil. So we got for this order we have the two plates, the two bowls, two S-sides, and two platters. We need a serving bowl, a pitcher, and two finger bowls. So more of those low, like 5-inch bowls kind of thing.
Little things.
Little
Yeah.
things. Should be about 15 ounces.
Yeah.
15, 16. Either of those is good enough. Meow! You're gonna want on my lap again, aren't you?
It's still just funking.
Spinning its wheels. Don't know. Meow. 16.
Juliana Go is watching. Good morning.
15. There we go. There are the two finger bowl ones. This is another normal sized bowl. And then after that, we'll get into the serving bowl and pitchers.
Yeah. Something a little more interesting.
I know! The ground is cold. I can tell. Your paws are cold. Hug the kitty. Desi has a lot to say this morning. Desi generally has a lot to say.
But yeah, she's feeling better.
Yeah.
She's not depressed or mad or mopey.
She's recovering from the death of her sibling.
Michael Kifas, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Good morning. Kelly Fraser, good morning.
I know my tea's not cold enough yet. Wow. Yep. Still very warm. I know. Here, Tessie. I'll wrap the vest around you. How's that?
You know, you could have stayed in where it was.
You could have stayed inside where it was warmer. You
Kelly
didn't have to come out to
Fraser.
the shop with us.
Emra, oh, Shield Splitter. Good morning.
It's a little hard for me to get the things that need handles off their backs with you curled up on my lap. I can tell by the way you're curling up that you're cold, but you want to be out here with the humans.
Wouldn't want the poor kitty to be,
Lonely?
lonely
Maybe
for a couple hours.
Oh goodness, I know. To be separated from shop activity would be terrible.
I know.
And peeling the plastic off of the pieces thrown the other day. I shove this bag of clay away. Should be able to get to the foot. See if these ones will even bother letting go of their backs yet.
Well, thank you. Lots of practice throwing over 4 decades.
Nope, you're not letting go yet.
If anybody has any questions or something people would like to see me throw, just comment.
Or if you have any suggestions for one room heating solutions.
Yeah.
Because this room does not have heating. Okay, this one's looking go.
Earl. Billy. Good morning. Throw a group of little finger bowls.
Another empty bag.
There we go.
This one's gonna let go. Oh, there it's starting to pop. Back in this chair, you can actually see what I'm doing. These are pieces that she threw the other day and were trying to get handles onto them. There we go. But due to the fact that we had a sudden shift in weather, where it went from high 90s
With
dry,
relatively, dry.
relatively dry,
Like 30% humidity.
which is dry for us,
Yeah.
to cold and wet. First of the real autumn weather.
Oh, what are we working on today? Gonna be working on some bowls for a baronial feastware set.
Pepper. Yes,
Fetberg. And then some.
There was another jug.
Oh, and with a couple and an order for a jug. If people would like to see me throw something, feel free to let me know. I can.
Oh, and an interestingly shaped mug.
Oh, yeah, one that doesn't.
Yeah.
It's got a white at the bottom.
Yes.
Something that doesn't tip over.
A
I think this might be a little big for finger bowl.
Okay.
Look, Sarah. I don't know.
That's kind of a nice bowl.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is maybe more like 12 ounces than 16?
Yeah. It's a nice bowl.
Okay.
Thorhall, Eagleson, good morning. Ooh, I'm running out of space right here.
Yes, I
There's stuff there, there's stuff there.
I know. Here, pass me that bowl.
Go. Get the
There. Let's go. That's there. That's down to 14 ounces. I hadn't finished trimming it yet. Give it back, yes. If you want
so picky.
There we go. Now it's 12 ounces. Hello again. Hi. Wonderful. Is looking down.
Well, I'm throwing, she's looking at the order forms and measuring out the pieces of clay for me. So this makes things go a lot faster.
And taking the pieces of clay away. Mind you, now I have to get sufficient of the. I no longer have a towel over here. Short on clean towels. Oh, there's one over there.
Oh, you found one.
Yep.
Yay.
I just need to polish off light colored clay from my hands so I can continue getting the thread pieces off of their backs. Because after she's done throwing, she gets to handle them.
You could put handles on things. Yay, how exciting.
Yep.
Once had another potter say that, you know what, you've gotten good at handles when they're boring.
Yeah. But one of the side effects of the sudden damp weather is things aren't drying as fast. Okay, Kitty, I need you to get up.
Said something once about, pottery being an environmental art form. You're at the mercy of Mother Nature. She always has the last laugh.
Well, this is an example. These red cups here were thrown about 2 days ago. And normally, what we had been doing when the temperature was above 70 degrees and below 50% humidity was that same day I'd have to cover them with plastic.
Oh. It likes Thorhall likes the new angle for the close-up.
Oh, cool. I was trying to improve the angle so that people could see what your hands do.
Thank you for the feedback.
Yes. Good feedback, good.
With more space comes more options.
Yeah.
It's that little 8 by 9 foot room, not more than a closet. Or
Yeah.
this was at one point, from the looks of it, a patio, which they walled in previous owners and put in lots of windows, which is really cool.
Yeah. Lots of lovely views, lots of solar input. What are you looking for?
My sponge. Where did I put my sponge?
Right
Right
in front
there.
of you.
Where's that tool I just had? Big pencil.
Snake bite. Inches from you.
Eraser, in your case.
Yeah. That's frequently even on my lap someplace when I lose my eraser or pencil.
There we go.
But yeah, if you go back.
Little finger bowl.
Okay, good. I will be right there. If you go back and look at some of our older live streams, the ones that were pre-April,
Yeah.
those ones you can see where the space we are in is far more enclosed.
On both sides. Because I was sitting in a corner.
It was an 8 by 9 room with a drying rack, a computer desk, a wheel, and an office chair.
What sort of bowl is that, Sal? That's going to be a little finger bowl for
So,
washing hands.
like washing hands or having little bits of snacks and
Yeah, just little bowl.
be something getting the full Fitberg arms into the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, with one finger. Okay, so your second finger bowl piece is right there. And the third went with kind of just more of the generic, simpler styling for the heraldry on their pieces. They didn't opt for, say, having your device done in Islamic style or Italian, or having it more the Viking style like Alicia had.
Yeah, Lisa
Yeah.
went with the, oddly enough, went with
Yeah,
the
both
Viking
sides.
style.
Nope, too wet. You can just go here. And normally the pieces would be more than dry enough to have all come off their backs by now. But in this case, since the temperature is low and the humidity is fine,
James Moore,
these
good morning.
pieces are probably gonna have to sit out for a couple of hours. Okay, that one's starting to come free. This one's drier.
Oh, something about 75% humidity in here.
Yeah. It's still 72.
It's still 72.
It hasn't
yeah.
dropped below 68% humidity for like 48 hours or more.
But, you know,
But what I'm doing is I'm flexing the back, and if the piece is dry enough, it starts to pull away. This one is starting. This is also how we end up with so many cracked bats.
because she's a brute.
Hey.
Look at how she's brutalizing the poor thing.
Speaking of cracked bats,
I get that way. They're only masonite.
this one you can see all the clay wedged.
I need to
into the
go
crack.
visit your website soon. I'm needing to order some cookie stamps for my lady.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
And there's a.
it's getting to be that season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is getting to be that season.
There's where something's. I'm not using that bad.
Oh, there's a stack of bats that I've been taking the things off of. Let me go put them over here. There we go. They're back in where the spot they should be.
Clay.
Okay. So serving bowl.
Probably more than 40 to 50 ounce.
I was thinking 60.
60, yeah. That worked also. Never hurts to err on the side of bigger.
Because 60 is about what you use for the skulls.
Yeah. Look, the sun is coming out. How long will that last?
And we have Pouty Cat in the windowsill over there. She's watching me off.
Oh, I know. Keep
Okay,
the
that
evil eyeball to
piece is-
anything wandering through
That
the
piece is like 73. Do you want me to cut it down slightly or leave it there?
Let's just do that. Nice big piece here.
One. I think at this point there's over 165 cookie stick patterns. Would you like me to move this within reach? It's cool enough to drink.
Tea. You go there.
And of course, in addition to all the cookie stamps up there, we also do custom ones. And after the lamb tree on the lattice background, nothing else seems quite so challenging. I don't think I've had to do ermine spots as of yet. But I'd have to go back through them at this point. It's like turning.
You did a single
I did a single ermine spot, but I'm talking about an ermine background.
Yes. Jessica, good morning.
No. What is that the bat ticking?
Yeah. Sideways because it's one of the ones that obviously doesn't fit the holes very well.
Oh, so that's rattling back and forth on the bat pins?
Yeah.
Ugh. Does that kind of rattling throw off your throwing?
Can. But it's also just annoying. Sometimes I can get it to. It's usually only with the bigger pieces too, so.
More variables?
Yeah, also
Greater
more
pressure.
or sideways.
Yeah, that changed the note of that tapping sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, and we have that mug. I will put the sheet for that mug over here.
Ah, yes.
The thing is I know that those concave shapes actually require more clay.
Yeah.
So I'll probably
Think
take
about-
that one off. It's supposed to be
12 to 14
12 and
ounces.
14. So maybe the 26?
Yeah. Mm.
Really getting to show off throwing a larger piece with the serving bowl.
Yeah. I have to put a little more force. I'm using more of my fingertips than just the
flats of your fingers.
yeah. I can exert more pressure to it that way.
Also, if you notice the way that, since she's throwing a larger piece, she's bracing her arms on the inside of her legs quite a bit. Something that you'll see more with the smaller potters than the big guys doing it.
The big guys can just use muscle.
The big guys can just muscle the pieces around.
Well, they also have more leverage.
Yes.
And bigger hands. But in the long run, you have to figure out what's going to work best for you.
Yeah.
How do you do it? What's the best way to do it?
It all has to do with your own personal body geometry and musculature. So is that going to be a bowl or a pitcher?
It'll be a bowl. Probably. Oh, yeah, that was good.
You got the clay really far up your arm.
See, because now I can just do this because I made it a cylinder. It's a good example of how everything starts off as a cylinder.
Mm-hmm. And how much shorter it starts getting as she's opening it up.
Oh, mass. It's
Yeah.
the same mass. Disperse the pressure
You have a sponge in your hand right now?
on the inside. So I'm not pushing. It doesn't have these. It has that much space rather than just the few fingers. Because my fingers are small.
Sharp.
Yeah.
I really should get back to taking those last few pieces off their bats. Set my tea aside for a moment.
You falling victim to the spinning wheel.
The spinning wheel head and the hot tea mug.
Yeah.
Piece, I see.
Debbie Coyle, good morning.
No.
Because as it gets bigger around, the walls are getting thinner. And it's becoming less tall. And at this point, it takes more finesse and less muscling it about.
Now I'll come across the other vicious tool that I was looking for the other day for you.
Mm-hmm.
Figures. And by what I mean by vicious tool is this one here, which is an excessively old-fashioned style. Some of the pictures of medieval and Renaissance era clay tools. They were kind of chunky and kind of had a very vicious look to them. This is too high up to work on like this. As well, a heavy piece would, as it was being ground away by the clay, still be there. The tools were made to last.
We didn't see too many metal tools either because the metal was valuable.
And my guess is it was, some of them were probably made from scraps.
Probably. But still.
Scraps, failed knives.
But in any case, they are still.
What some modern ones do is they use the decommissioned dental tools.
That's more for
Wash wax casting.
yeah. Carve away a lot of the gook off the bottom here.
Yeah, you have sad. Oh, that is a pretty bowl shape.
Came out really good. And go. Serving bowl.
Yes.
We need to do another one or something?
No,
Oh, it was two pictures.
two pictures, two different pictures. The
Okay.
the first one's to go with that order and does not have a specific shape. And the other one, nope, that's not it. Don't mind me, still flipping through the, there we go. But what can
That's
do,
what I have right now.
there. So if we aim to have two like that, we should be good to go. Okay, and so, similar amount of clay?
Probably, yeah.
That 60, 70 ounce mark. Where did I cut that one? Oh, this was for that mug.
Oh, okay.
We could do that next. I'm like,
Okay,
hey,
there was
what
a
is that piece of clay there? There, now flip that one back up to the front. Do. Yep, lose track of what we're doing. Okay. That's a 60 ounce piece. The thing is when we're going through the larger pieces, we tend to go through the clay relatively fast.
Yeah.
This seems to be a nice bag, though.
For the most part, this batch has been pretty good.
Yeah, the unfriendly bags have mostly been leftovers from previous batches.
Like from before we moved.
Yeah, from before we moved.
Which we were getting down to the dregs anyways.
There we
So
go.
there's no saying how long some of those have been sitting there.
Yeah. Especially considering a number of them no longer had their boxes.
Well,
The cardboard had decayed off
because they sat on the driveway
under a tarp.
under a tarp and they get rained on.
Under a former floor tent tarp.
Well, yeah. Isn't that what you do to two old tarps when they get?
Use them to cover things that you more or less want shade on, not moisture prevention. Because they don't prevent water from going through anymore.
Now I will make a bottom.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be that basically upside down beaker shape.
Yep. Well, that way it doesn't tip.
Yeah.
Opposed to the ones I was throwing the other day, which are
The reverse of that?
reverse of that, so they'll fit in a cup holder. They're for Great Western War coming up for some of the staff members. They wanted cups that would fit in the cup holders of these golf carts. And it's going to have little Greek figures on there
Of golf carts.
of golf carts.
Because that's one of the big features of Great Western War is the presence of golf carts.
Everywhere. All the time.
At least they're slightly more sane when it comes to driving than the ones that were at the Pleasanton Highway Games a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, those ones were just absolutely insane. They were driving at, what, 25 miles an hour?
When the cars were restricted to 5.
Yeah.
And more than once we had to hit the brakes pretty hard to avoid being hit by a golf cart. Okay. Only one more piece to attempt to get off of its back.
There we go.
Yeah. reverse beaker,
A reverse beaker.
which will get a ring handle.
Yeah.
Since you are going to have a handle, you go down here.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah, pitcher.
Pitcher.
Because how you treat the rim on a pitcher is completely different. And those are two 60-ounce pieces.
So they're not the same size as that bowl.
No. It was the 60, 64 is what it was cutting off at. I'm like, probably good. Oh, so the first one isn't. Nope, you're not cutting off.
You
Uh,
don't fall into the muck.
all but 3 pieces came off of their bats. If the first one isn't big enough, I can always add more clay to the second piece.
And now it's squeeze. Because the thing is the clay is supposed to move, not your hands.
Love the changing shape this early on. It's just to be
Or wheel
cylinder
edging,
clay.
which is to make it go down. I'll make it go up.
I'm considering how much twist you get just in the clay while throwing. I can imagine how much that wheel wedging actually mixes the clay.
And some instructors swear by it. And it's kind of, well, yeah, if you're using recycled clay, I can see that.
The additional mixing would be good. Ooh, we're gonna have to clean out your wheel heads then.
You think? Maybe. Really should make a wedging table, John.
Yeah.
We have the space for it
We
now.
have the space. We just have to create the wedging table.
Which is a big hunk of plaster.
Yep.
That's what you do when you're wedging it on plaster.
There is a cat on top of the shed. On the ridge.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't really.
So now that it's conceived, it disappeared. So it's like there's a cat pretending it's a gargoyle on top of the shed. Keeps the pest out of the yard.
Yeah. Lee Kessler, good morning.
Hello. Pulling up. And at this stage, there's not much difference between the start of the pitcher and the start of the bowl.
Yeah, it's kind of similar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's why you're asking, is that going to be a pitcher? It can still be a bowl. Because everything starts off as a cylinder. First things have to be center. And then you have to open up on it all and then basically turn it into a cylinder and get it all straight. Make sure there are no air bubbles or lumps of stuff in it.
Of course, I've got to change out the form so you can see the next one.
And the ever lovely sound of it
Across the wheel head.
it's scraping the dew off, all the stuff from previous throwing.
Which
Yeah,
is
and my water's getting kind of viscous again.
and your pitcher's empty. I'm gonna have to go put some water in it. You're back.
Okay. And okay. Theodore Scott, good morning. Now I'm working on a picture.
What's the matter, Desi? Do you see a cat? Or squirrel? Go. Oh, goodness, that reminds me. Your water bucket, your drip bucket was not underneath the opening. Desi.
Not too much of it got on the
No,
floor.
it was only like 3-4 drips. But it was like, oh yeah! Nuisance Kitty did a thing. She didn't knock it over. But she did drag it out from its spot. Well, it looks like that might be the right amount of clay.
40 to 60 ounces. Maybe.
Well, it's definitely more than 40. Because after all, my mug holds about 30. The changing shades, so hypnotic. Another one's going to get the Isnick scale pattern on it. Well, either that one or the next one. I think the second piece was a few ounces more. Yeah. Difference between 62 and 65 ounces is not all that much.
No, it's not. I want to have it be a little bit more.
Hello. Okay. I'll add a few more ounces to that second piece. Another 8-ish.
Yeah. Because this one is not coming out to be that shape.
Okay. What you staring at now, Desi? At least there's now a sunbeam in the window. Oh, that's a pretty shape now, huh?
Yeah.
Now that show. Okay. Serving bowl thrown, pitcher thrown, finger bowls thrown. This one now goes in here. What you're doing now is looking for the high point on the lip.
And what I do is
There.
sometimes some more cooperative than others. You're just going to be that way. Okay. Be that bastard. There we go. Because sometimes they just don't cooperate. I know that doesn't sound good. Sorry about that.
Hopefully with the sun coming out, it'll drive a bit of the moisture out of here.
Either that or just make it muggy.
Yeah, that is the other option.
That's up to 67 degrees.
Yeah, it's gone up a whole 3 degrees since we came out. Ooh, there's chunks of that.
You. And you. You. There. That garbage.
It's in the garbage.
Mush, 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 mush.
Assuming all the same consistency. When is a piece large enough that it starts being significantly harder to throw?
All depends on what you consider by significant. This is when it starts being, I'm having to use more force. But I mean, and then there is the force size of using more force,
Yeah.
which is about twice the size.
So the amount of more force kind of grades at once at the 5-pound level and again at the 10-pound level for you.
So if I make it all nice and smooth first, it'll be less effort at the center.
Because you're having to deal with less lumps.
This might take me more than 30 seconds to do. So,
Yeah.
down in the catch basins where all the scraps of goo go.
Once we get the larger area of the shop set up sufficiently for teaching space, the scrap clay, the clay that just gradually builds up in the wheelhead and gets thrown into the bucket over there, that will become clay that can be recycled and basically used for free by students. And wedging the clay and learning how to make sure your clay is consistent and free of intrusive material is also a valuable skill.
Yes.
We ourselves don't recycle clay all that often once it's wheelhead baked because both of us have delicate wrists, which is a real pain.
Nice at some point to get a pug mill.
Yeah.
Because
Mechanical
also,
edging.
yeah. Because also finding a way of, the stuff does add up after a while.
Yes.
Before we moved, we had 2 garbage cans full. So that was quite a bit.
Do you know what we did with said garbage cans full? Let's say there were no low spots left in the yard. It's clay.
It was clay. It was a rural area. And I'm sure the blackberries will have no problems growing through it.
Oh no, not at all.
We can't so readily do that here.
No, this is more of a suburban area. And there aren't any low spots in the yard.
Because somebody was very fastidious with the yard. Previous owners. Might even say fussy.
There's still bulb plants coming up in the yard. We're like, I
don't even know what that is.
don't even know what that plant is.
Well, at least that one isn't ugly. Not like the Caltrans orange roses.
Oh, goodness. I didn't
Miniature
know.
roses at that.
I didn't know that you could get fluorescent orange roses. And I would have been happy continuing not to do that. Seems like most of the roses that have been blooming in the yard have been some shade of orange.
Someone liked orange.
Yep. There have been purple hyacinth and white hyacinth and yellow, red and yellow combo tulips. Then the Crayola purple irises. Daffodils, okay, they were the standard yellow ones. And then there were some frilly looking ones. And now there's a couple of,
I have a hibiscus bush.
yeah, white hibiscus. And now we have some bulb things that are blooming that don't seem to produce leaves, just flowers. There was that yellow, the pink trumpety one in the front yard, and now there's a whole cluster of low-growing purple ones. I have no idea what those are. I have to get a picture of those.
Yeah.
And post it and go, what are they? What the heck is this plant growing now? And for the most part, the bulbs that we have been pulling out of the yard, we've not been throwing them away. We've been giving them away. Just because we're not fond of having the extra pollen producers in the yard doesn't mean that other people can't like them and enjoy them in their yards.
Yeah. People in this family tend to have hay fever.
Yeah.
So things that produce unnecessary pollen are not welcome.
And there's a lot of blooming things in this yard.
It's a lot of blooming plants.
It's a lot of blooming plants, yes. I mean, there's the big magnolia tree. There's the camellia bushes. There's the plum tree and the pear tree. I am quite a fan of the pear tree. Those are good. Those are good pears. They just ripened the other day. Oh, was it 5 or 6 of them? 5. 5 whole pears. But the poor thing looked like it been butchered. The tree, that is. Because that's not a young tree. I'm also a fan of the boysenberry plant on the side yard.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, it's done for the season.
It's also not nearly so invasive as blackberries.
No, it doesn't.
I used to like blackberries. Then we had blackberries take over our yard.
In 2 different locations. 2 different addresses, I guess. There were some blackberries that were trying to get a foothold on the side yard near the boysenberries. I dug them out.
Cutting them
And
down
will
doesn't.
continue to do so.
Yeah. Stupid Himalayan blackberry bushes.
If that one doesn't want to be in the requisite shape either, I could always cut you off a third one. Because I think we have like 0 pictures
Yeah.
open stock. So what she keeps looking up at over there is actually a piece of paper with a side view sketch as to the aimed for resultant shape. It's always such a thing watching it flex and be oval while you're coloring it in.
Yeah.
Especially the above.
Wringing its little neck.
Magdalena's watching.
No, oh, Magdalena.
The coloring in is what it's called, what she's doing right now, where she's taking the shape and bringing it back in.
This one's gonna be a nice, pretty bellied one.
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna want to be that shape.
No, it's not.
I'll cut off another piece.
Very pretty one. I'd hate to make it do something else at this point.
Yeah. Like message sound effect. Oh.
I didn't catch
Someone,
it.
I can look at it over here.
Oh, great.
Someone checking in on their order.
Ah, okay.
Yes, at the moment we do have a lot of orders in progress because,
Hey, busy time of year.
oh boy.
Yeah.
And the busy time of year started before we could fully be settled in. Oh, okay, yeah, you're much too big.
Boop, 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 boop.
So we are working our way through the orders, which is one of the things we're doing right now.
You're just gonna be a bastard, aren't you? Well, it's all lumpy on the edge, so I just have to cut away that lumpy bit.
That's one thing when it's gotten a slant. Slant is useful when you're doing a picture.
Yeah.
But lumpy, not okay. Okay, so that's another picture size piece.
It's very pretty shape.
And I'm gonna need to check to see if we have handles for these. Might.
There we go.
Okay, so you have remaining from this bag, one more picture size piece, and then a piece that is like a large mug.
Okay.
So there are orders that we are still chunking through that are from like April.
Yeah.
We did our best to get orders that we had from January, February done before we moved. There's still, I think, few of those in progress because March is when everything kicked off.
Yeah.
I know this is distracting you from that, but do you think a 30-ounce piece would work for that one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will add that behind this guy here. And that gets one more order form over into the next pile. I guess as they go from the binder here, once they're thrown, they go into the pink folder. The ones that are in the pink folder will go from there inside to the yellow. I think it's the yellow folder. So that when these pieces come out of the first firing, they then go in there, they get matched up with their appropriate forms. They get drawn on, they get painted, their forms go into the green pile, the pieces go off, get fired, again, they're final firing. And from there, they come and get mashed up with their forms again and either get put in the to be delivered at pile or they go into they go out for it to be shipped. And we are breaking in that new post office. They're learning how to deal with this. Oh shoot. They're in here with their hampers again.
The 10 to 20
packages. They're learning.
Crystal Moore, good morning. It's still morning. It's only 11.
Yes. Unlike the other day when it went from good morning to good afternoon while you were throwing.
Yeah, it's
Day? Day, yes, it's still day.
yeah.
My teacup is almost empty.
Mine's still almost full.
Well, my hands are less busy than yours.
Yes.
Which reminds me, check on handles. Okay. Yep. Looks like we've got a good selection of handles.
Yay.
Oh, my nose itches. We're only gonna need like 4 pot handles.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is a ring handle. And by the way, there is a ring handle in that bag.
That's good.
Because the other day when I was making handles, a piece broke off in the middle.
Yeah.
So it made 2 shorter handles.
There you go.
Okay, Jesse. You enjoying the sunbeam? I know, you just like how narrow the windowsill is. Well, if you sit in the middle of the window, you won't have to lean to get under the blinds. I'm going to ignore you. There's things like squirrels and other cats to watch in the yard. I'm watching it go up and up. Yes. Since I'm not having to do any cutting of clay right now, what I should do is go get a board, a tool, and a bag of scrap clay.
Dice.
Yes.
Because we keep running out of dice.
Yes. Mind you, I'm just gonna make little 6-sideds.
We're almost out of those ones too, so.
Yeah, I saw how few were still in that old box, whatever it is. Containment unit.
That box is gonna die though.
Yeah, I was thinking that I know we have like envelopes and stuff in it, I think, but there's that book-shaped box up on the shelf. That might be a
No.
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 Okay. Well, we
That
can
one
just
really isn't that sturdy.
no. Well, we can see what's a see what we can see at like the Habitat for Humanity store.
No, that we could. That would be fun.
That is thrift shops, rummage sales. That's where a lot of the small baskets and such items come from for like displaying dice and pendants.
We've had that one bottom a long time. It was something that we just found in one of our storage boxes.
It's one of those that has the inlaid brass wire design on the top.
Looks like it came from Cost Plus about 40 years ago.
It's probably yeah. The design on the top is actually flamingos. But you don't see that side of the box when it's open and being used for display. At this point, the bottom is starting to warp away from the sides.
Well,
It kind of gets rained on a lot.
for more than a decade.
Yeah, decade and a half, over a decade and a half now.
You know.
Started making little dice for sale. First year we did Estrella.
Yeah.
Goodness, how long ago was that?
I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, because we haven't done Estrella for years now because it was too long of a drive.
2008, 2009.
Yeah, so like a decade ago. It's like, look, when I was last making more cookie stamps and there was one of the original 4 stamps that has a year on the back. I'm like, oh, we've been making cookie stamps for 6 years. Desi, don't climb into the bag drawer. Thank you. There, that one looks like it's going to be
Yep.
the right shape. Desi, don't climb into the plastic bags. I'm sorry, I left the drawer open.
The
You
door open.
Out. Out. Good girl. You don't need to climb into a plastic bag. There's a drawer in the desk that is used specifically for plastic bags that we use to cover the pottery with. And by the way, I think that you won't need to worry about doing the handles on those pieces from 2 days ago until after lunch.
Yeah.
At the soonest. You even space them out so that they have better air exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Meow. Meow. And the clay that I'm using right now to make the small dice, it's scrap from like doing handles, offcuts from doing slab construction pieces or sculptures. This weekend we have the Kelso Highland Games.
Yep.
And then just a few weeks after that it's the it's Great Western War down south.
Mm-hmm.
Meow. You trying to scare away intruders, or are you getting to the point where you want to go back in? I know, the sun keeps going behind clouds. Ow. 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 Meow. That's cool. Is that a picture or a vase? This will be a picture. Don't get too much requests for vases.
Yeah.
And there's other potters that specialize in decorative pieces or housewares.
Mm.
Or the interior decoration type pieces. And there are people who've gotten particularly the amphoras as decoration.
The same 4 that we made.
But they're fully functional.
Yeah.
they can be used.
Even the one that was used as a scroll.
Yeah, that was a fun project. So, instead of doing the painting on the exterior of that M4, we provided a large, relatively matte white surface on the outside that was then going to have to get painted. Not using glazes, but paints. That's an example of a piece that had a lovely uneven lip that was usably uneven.
Yeah, that's why I hadn't trimmed it off.
I saw you cultivating that.
Not easy to cultivate if it's.
No, because it gets in the way. Yeah, sweetie? Gonna sit behind me on the chair? Yeah. Probably got too much dice and then I'll start.
Okay. Voila.
Yeah.
That's the shape.
Yeah.
Ta-da. Hello, Big Merrick.
Okay, wanna pass me that board?
Bugga. And now
Last piece.
a mug.
Relatively tall one?
Yeah, 16 to 18.
That's a 30-ounce piece. That should work.
Ah, for that design. Isn't it flower design? The strewn flowers.
Yeah, that's been a popular one this year.
Yeah.
Which is just fine. It's not one of the ones that makes my eyes twitch. Which there's a couple. Kitty. You want in the lap? You can be in the lap rather than behind me on the chair. Or I can kick my vest out over the top of you. Okay, that triggered in the lap. Meow. Yes, I have a project that I have right here in front of me so that you can't block me from it. Well, you can get in my face. That's not what. Oh, yes, and you can try to push my arm out of the way too. Oop. Or burrowing. Yes, you're very cute. I know. Listen. Your average chair is too short. It is too tall for my legs. I'm sorry. She curled up and started sliding down.
Oh dear. Poor
Which
kitty.
results in claws in the leg.
Because she has to hold on, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. And all the better to cuddle the human, sticking claws into their flesh. That's the reason why neither of us is too perturbed by cat fur on the face until it actually gets up the nose. What do I have on the sleeve of my shirt there, kitty? Whatever it is requires a great deal of sniffing.
Mm-hmm. And pin up.
Sweetie, my wrap is only so big. I'm not on the couch. You could fall off very easily. Yes, as the temperatures continue to decrease this fall, if anyone has some suggestions as to good room heatings, because this room is not heated, or for that matter, things that didn't work, brands that you don't like, that is also valuable data.
Yeah. Before it gets too cold. It was only 63 out here this morning.
Now,
Considering about a week and a half ago it was in the 90s, that
Yeah.
63 felt pretty cold this morning.
Yeah, we felt so loopy.
There we go.
Okay. And I should have stopped making this a few minutes soon. I have no more facets. Put dots on. Of course, the feline impediment doesn't help. No, it doesn't.
And now,
Because her
for some tea.
Ah, yes. Finally getting to
I would
drinking the tea.
Suggest doing more because my back is tired.
So your back is tired? Yeah.
Is from doing the large pieces.
Yeah.
Wears out the back.
Yes, I know. I'm not leaning back properly in your mind, am I, Desi?
Well, if it doesn't get too cold and it stays dry for most of the year, you could use a chimeria. No, it's actually it's inside.
It's a sealed-in room.
And well, it doesn't stay dry for most of the year up here.
Nope.
It rains quite a bit in Washington.
Just the reason why we were also suffering from increased humidity in this room.
Because it had been raining for like 2 days.
It was raining pretty good yesterday, too.
Yeah, it was kind of pretty. It had a little bit of thunder.
Right as you were considering to go out and get the mail. It's like, we can wait.
You can wait. Because the mailbox is across the street.
Yes.
All in all, it's closer than it used to be.
Yeah, our former property, the house was at the back half of a half-acre lot. And the mailbox was all the way down to the street. And the yard had very little pavement.
Property in general had very little pavement.
Yeah.
It had a driveway.
It had a driveway. There was no
And a deck.
sidewalk.
And a carport.
That was it.
The carport and the driveway were the only pavement.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. There wasn't even any home like
Would you say
paths.
the aftermath of rain is good or bad for projects? Well, it's probably good because things don't dry out too fast and they don't crack.
You have less cracking and warping. You just have to exercise
Stuff.
greater
Oh,
patience.
that's an idea.
What?
We don't get rain inside the room. How about a wood-burning stove with a chimney?
That's something we could do.
Yeah.
We just have to get it installed.
Yeah, and you have to chop a hole in there to get. Oh, I wonder if.
Wonder if it could use the
That
opening
vent.
that vent goes through?
Yeah.
Possibly. Might be a little close to that tree though,
Oh, yeah, to the magnolia tree.
which is large,
Yeah.
very large, and provides much needed shade. But yeah, wood burning or pellet stove would be a possibility.
Might be a little more than we can manage to do this winter.
Yeah, that might be a long-term solution versus the this winter's stopgap. Okay, Desi, I gotta get up now. We're gonna go inside. Yeah. And you can be all cozy in there. Now, come on up. There we go. You can add to the holes in my
The
shoulder.
wood burning stove is a good idea.
Yeah. But yeah, this kind of humidity would be a good time to start those flasks.
Yes. Because you don't want things drying too fast.
No, you want this to dry evenly with a relative slowness,
Yeah.
especially considering that it's going to be a several-day project.
Oh yeah.
Because there's the slab components and then they have to have the
That
stove
stuff might be
components.
good. Some pellet stoves can use cherry
Cherry
pits,
pits.
which would be
Readily
relevant.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and it's utilizing something that would otherwise get thrown out.
That would also
Because
be kind of
we
cool.
like cherries.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's sorts of different things. But yeah, this winter is most likely going to be some sort of stopgap solution.
Yeah. We also have to finish putting in insulation.
Yeah, there's
In the
insulation panels that we're planning on putting on the ceiling.
And more of the
The
weatherization,
thermal film.
thermal film on the windows. Well, there's
And
windows on three
all
sides. So.
sorts of caulking to aid in making sure that the outside stays outside.
Yeah.
Hey, kitty. I know you're being very cute. So we'll end the stream here for today.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
And thank you for the suggestions so far on heat.
Yeah.